Hi, thank you for joining us. My name is Will Salus, the Vice President of Product and Technology at Opteon.
Hi, I'm Stacy Caprioli, Chief Appraiser at Opteon.
Today we're going to look at the subject property page within 3.6 UAD. We'll point out new information that is being collected, as well as seeing what information is transferring over for what we collect in the legacy format. The physical address, county, neighborhood name, attachment type are all pieces of information we are used to collecting. We now need to exclude the ADUs and the units on the property. So providing what units are present without ADUs and what ADUs are present on the property are now two separate data points. Below there is a table discussing the type of property that is on site, disclosing whether it's in a PUD, if there are any subject site owned in common, if the homeowner is responsible for exterior maintenance, and if it's new construction. Some of these are brand new and also will be disclosed on every type of property. What is interesting to see is that this information is reoccurring and inputted on our summary page. Appraisers will not need to continually manually input these items multiple times. Once they input that information once, it will be connected so that the appraisers can freely move forward to their next item of analysis. Stacy, would you mind touching on the property of Native American lands and some of the information that you see here on this subject property page?
Yes, absolutely. This is going to be a new section that we are going to see and have to identify in our inspection. So the property on Native American lands is always going to be required. The format is in a yes/no format. And if it is located on Native American lands, the type must be provided. So you can see that on your screen, the chart below, where there are 4 different items that are going to come up in that drop down. Additional with that is we are also seeing the subject site owned in common as a checkbox. So if the checkbox is going to be no, you're going to also see that ownership rights box pop up for you to input your information. And if there is going to be any ownership rights that are not included in the appraisal, you'll identify them there. And there are some rights that can be identified, such as air, mineral, timber, water, or an other box that will give you a free form. So there are sections now that are going to populate as you input into other checkboxes, which is really nice feature so that you can keep your information all in the same spot.
Yeah, a little different, but gives a lot more clarity on what is actually happening at that property. We also see a legal description section. This is typically present in 2.6 as just a field, and if you had an addendum or exhibit, it would be attached somewhere within the report. Now this is structured. There's a legal description commentary box for us to put in our information. If you do need to provide a deed or reference to the full legal description, there are exhibits that may be attached. For more information, please visit our 3.6 landing page.